Yo YouTube, what's the story? So a couple of videos ago I did a video on junk food and weight loss, and I said, hey guys, if this video gets a really good response, I'll do another video on how to estimate your calorie intake and how to track your calories and macros using the Myfitnesspal app. So that video did get a good response, so here I am doing the follow-up. Let's get this shit started. The first thing I want everyone to do that's watching this video is pause this video, then go to the App Store or the Play Store or whatever store and download the Myfitnesspal app.
We are taking a short intermission. Oh yeah.
Okay, so I presume that you have the app downloaded, so I'm going to swap over screen and show you how to set it up. Alright, so as you can see, we're on the Myfitnesspal app homepage right now, and the first thing we're going to do is click on More in the bottom right corner. And then we're going to click on Settings, and then we're going to click on Profile. And as you can see, you've probably filled out most of this information, but I want you to go to Units. And for the purpose of this tutorial, if your weight isn't already in kilograms, I want you to change it to kilograms now. And also, if your energy isn't in calories, change it to calories too. Alright, so we're going to back out of that. Back again. Then we're going to go into goals. Okay, so as you can see here, I've put my starting weight as 80 kg as an example. And your starting weight, if you're new to Myfitnesspal, is also going to be your current weight. So starting weight and current weight is the same. So next on the list is goal weight. So here I have 77 kg because my goal in this example is to lose weight. So I want to lose 3 kg or 6.6 pounds. Alright, so click out of that. And next on the list is weekly goal. So if you click on weekly goal, it basically gives you loads of options of how quickly or how slowly you want to lose or maintain or gain your weight. So if you chose to, just say your goal was weight loss and you chose to lose 1 kg per week, Myfitnesspal will give you really low calories because you want to lose weight really quickly. So I have in here lose 0.5 kg per week. So that is approximately 1.1 pound per week, which is, a nice rate of weight loss, quite sustainable. So I'm going to choose lose 0.5 kg per week. And I don't know what I did there, but I'm going to say no. Okay, so next on the list is activity level. So I'm going to click on activity level. And to be honest, this one is quite hard. I have active just because I train, 6 days a week and I live a fairly active lifestyle. So if you're very active, you might play some sort of sport like soccer or Gaelic or rugby. And you also live, a very active lifestyle. You might have a demanding job. If you're not very active, you might be in school or something, sit on your ass all day and do little to no exercise. So choose accordingly what you think you are. All right. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. Calorie and macronutrient goals. So let's click on that. So as you can see here, Myfitnesspal has given me 2,310 calories to consume per day. So they are aware of my weight. They're aware that I want to lose weight. They know that I want to lose weight at approximately a rate of 0.5 kg per week. And they also know that I'm quite active. So they think that 2,310 calories is less calories than I burn, and therefore I will lose weight. Now, this might not be incredibly accurate because everyone is different, but it is a good starting point. And I really advise you, especially in these early stages, to keep an eye on your weight. So just say you're exactly like me and Myfitnesspal says that you need to consume 2,310 calories per day to lose weight. Well, you should go consume these calories for maybe a week or 2 weeks and weigh yourself every single morning or nearly every single morning at the same time and just see what's happening to your weight. If you're losing weight, that's great. If you're not, you might want to decrease them further. And if you're losing weight, but you're losing weight way too quickly, then you actually might want to increase them a little bit. So it's all about trial and error, especially at the beginning. But as I said, this is a good starting point. So let's start with that. So next on the list are your macronutrients, so carbs, protein, and fat. And Myfitnesspal actually does a terrible job of allocating the optimal macronutrients for your goals. So let's click on any one of them, and this thing will come up here. So one drawback of Myfitnesspal is it only allows you to kind of change them by percent, so 20%, 25%, etc. I think you have to go pay for it if you want to do it by grams, but we're not going to do that. We can live with it, so let's go by percent. So the first thing we're going to look at is protein. So Myfitnesspal gave me protein of 116 grams per day, and that is actually too little. So the guideline amount of protein you should be getting per day is 2.2 grams per kg of body weight. So in this example, I am 80 kg. 80 multiplied by 2.2 is 176 grams. So let's go look for 176 grams. 144, 173. So it's unfortunate because if you go up to 35%, it goes to 202. So let's just leave it at 30% because it's quite close. So the next one we want to look at is fat. So as a guideline, you should be getting 1 gram of fat per kg of body weight. So in this example, I am 80 kg. So 30% is actually decent. It's saying 77 grams, which isn't too far off 80 or too far off the optimal guidelines. So if I go lower, it's going to be, way too low. And if I go higher, it's going to be maybe a little high. So I'm going to go with 30%. And then carbs is the last one we're going to fix. So you basically just allocate the remaining calories to carbs. So as you can see here, our percent total is 120%, which is too high. So let's get that down to 100% by changing the carbs. So there we go. Now it's at 100%. And I'm going to be consuming 231 grams of carbs a day, approximately 173 grams of protein, and approximately 77 grams of fat. Now, just to go over this really quickly, protein should always stay constant, so you should always hit your protein goal, but carbs and fats can change. So if you decide that one day you want to change this to, 45% carbs and 25% fat, go ahead. Or if you want to change it to 55% carbs and 15% fat, go ahead. As long as overall it kind of equates to your standard goal, which is 40, 30, 30, you should be okay. But as I said, protein is the main one here, and you should always hit your protein goal every single day. Alright, so let's back out of this, and I want you to change one more thing. So these two are locked here, so we're going to go down to additional nutrient goals. And this is something you shouldn't worry too much about if you're, a beginner. But there is one here that I think is very useful to change, and it is fiber. So fiber is here. And as a guideline, you should be getting approximately 10 to 15 grams of fiber per 1,000 calories consumed. So in this example, I'm consuming 2,310 calories. So how I go about calculating that is 2,310 divided by 1,000, which is 2.31, and then you multiply that by a number between 10 and 15. So I'm going to choose 12 just randomly, and that equals approximately 28 grams of fiber. So I'm going to put that in now. Shit, how do you do this? Oh, down here. Alright, so I'm going to put that in now. 28. Yo, savage. Okay. So, for those of you who actually don't know what fiber just kind of keeps things moving efficiently throughout the body, eases bowel movements, so basically allows you to shit. And prevents constipation and stuff like that if you're getting the right amount, which is typically between 10 and 15 grams per 1,000 calories consumed. Alright, so now that you have your Myfitnesspal set up, I want to show you how to log stuff into it. So I'm going to go eat breakfast now, and I'll show you how it's done. So these are the ingredients that I have for my breakfast basically every single morning. And what it is is 150 grams of non-fat yogurt. I'm going to mix that with 15 grams of impact whey protein, chocolate brownie flavor, and then I'm going to sprinkle some bran flakes from Tesco on top. So let me show you how it's done. Okay, so here I have my weighing scales. The first thing I'm going to do is turn it on, obviously. Okay, so it's at 0 now. I'm going to put the bowl on. It's going to go up, but I want to reset it to 0. So now it's time to add the non-fat yogurt. So bear with me because I've only one hand to do this. So it's probably going to take about 56 years. All right, so I've got a spoon of non-fat yogurt here. Add it to the bowl, 30 grams. And I'm just going to continue doing this until I reach 150.
2,000 years later.
We made it. We made it. Alright, so next step is to add the impact whey protein. So what I'm basically going to do is reset this to 0 again and then add 15 grams of impact whey protein. Alright, that's done. And now I am going to mix the shit out of these two so I'm not eating a load of powder for my breakfast. Okay, so the non-fat yogurt and the protein is mixed together, and now it's time to add the final ingredient, which are bran flakes from Tesco. Let's go. Right, I'm going to eat this now, and then I'm going to show you how to add it in to Myfitnesspal. Savage! Okay, so breakfast is complete and we just want to log it into Myfitnesspal. So I'm going to go to food diary down the bottom, press that. Then all these options come up for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, etc. So I'm going to add a food to breakfast, and on Myfitnesspal you can add a food by doing two things. You can scan the barcode on the back of the food item, or you can type it in manually to Myfitnesspal. So the first ingredient in my breakfast was Liberté Greek style yogurt on a layer of strawberry, 0% fat. Oh my god, so good. So we're gonna add this in manually. So I'm gonna press search for a food and I'm just gonna type that in now, which is gonna take me about 56 years because I'm only using one hand. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so loads of options come up and you just want to make sure that you're choosing the right one. So maybe go to your packaging or whatever and then look per 100 grams. There's 84 calories and just find a suitable one. So I can see in the third one per 100 grams there's 84 calories. So that is the right one. Let's click on that. So this is the right one here. We're going to change the serving size to 1 gram. I had 150, so I'm going to type 150 in here. And then bam, that's our first item. Press here. And there we go. Oh yeah, savage. Right, so next on the list is this impact whey protein from Myprotein. So let's go find that. Okay, so all these options come up again. Let's go to the back of this packet. So per 100 grams, there are 390 calories. And per 25 grams, there are 98 calories. So let's try and find that one. Okay, so the third one here is the right one because as you can see, per 25 grams, there are 98 calories. Whoops. So let's use that one. So I had 15 grams, so let's change this serving size to 1 gram. Type 15 in here, and then bam. Second food item complete. Add. Bam. Savage. Alright, so the last thing I had were bran flakes. So these babies. Bran flakes from Tesco. So let's go add that in. And there is my breakfast. In total, 238 calories, 24 grams of protein, 29 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of fat. Okay, so you get the basic idea of how to log food into Myfitnesspal, but I do want to give you 1 or 2 tips. So when it comes to food that you have to cook, so pasta, rice, potatoes, chicken, turkey, you weigh the uncooked value, and that is the value that you put in to Myfitnesspal. So for example, when you're making chicken, just say you have a chicken fillet, weigh the uncooked chicken fillet, and that is the value that you use. So you don't go cook it and then weigh it, because the weights are different. So as a rule, always weigh the uncooked value of the food, and that is the weight that you use for Myfitnesspal. Alright, so I'm going to wrap this video up here. I hope you feel that you now have the tools and the knowledge to go about tracking your calories and tracking your macros accurately. I have to say that I actually really enjoyed doing this tutorial, and I'd love to do, similar videos in the future. So maybe leave a comment under this video with further suggestions, DM me on Instagram, whatever. Anyways, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Good luck.